They lied to us. And because they did, this is the end result. Losing yourself.
They said just be nice and keep the peace.
Hey family, hey. So today,
But I've been given till there's nothing left. Smiling on the outside, but inside
I titled the name of this video, They Lied to Us, the People Pleasing Trap. How to stop being a people pleaser. And the reason why I decided to do this video is because this is me. For the last 44 years that I have been on this earth, I have lived this life. And somewhere along the way, I decided that service to others is what makes my spirit jump. And in the midst of serving others, I became this so-called people pleaser. The thing is that we are all a part of the trap that is the people pleaser. And I know you might say, oh, I'm not a people pleaser, or whatever the case may be, but if you think about it, we've been taught since we've been here on this earth to do exactly that, to be a people pleaser. We had to please our parents, and once we got grown and gone, we had to please our employers. And if we didn't do the things that we wanted to do, then we had to do the things that they wanted us to do. And therefore, we fall into this circle of people pleasing, because it's like a stick. On one end, you're the people pleaser. On the other end, you're being selfish. And oh no, please, let's not talk about being selfish, because that means that you're pleasing yourself. So if I don't do what you want me to do, then I'm being selfish. So I'm supposed to do what you want me to do, which is being a people pleaser. And the crazy part about it is you got to choose one side. Either I'm going to be a selfish person and please myself, or I'm going to be a people pleaser and please you. And that's how it is. And that's the reason why I say we are all in this trap of people pleasing. And the crazy part about it is, if you are the person that says, no, that's not me, I'm not a people pleaser, then you're on the other side, which says, I'm not a people pleaser. I do my own thing. I care about my own feelings, or whatever the case may be. But then you have people who are around you. And if they don't do what you want them to do, which is people pleasing, then you're still stuck in this trap of people pleasing, if you're on one side or the other. And so Here I am, and I tell you, it has not been fun. It has not been a fun journey to be a people pleaser. I have lost friends. I have lost family members behind not being able to care enough about my own feelings that I had to care about what other people's feelings were. And the crazy part about it is, it's nobody's fault but my own. And the crazy part about that is, it's nobody else's fault but your own. We allow this thing to happen. And sometimes you don't even realize that that's what's going on. Now, the crazy part is that you, depending on the type of person that you are, if you start caring more about how you feel, then God will bring all of the things that you want to you. You don't have to please other people just because you think that they may not like you anymore. Or you feel like, well, if I don't do this, then they're going to be upset with me. Okay? I've learned that lesson. I've had time and time again where I have bent over backwards, giving the shirt off of my back to people. And in the end, they still end up giving me their you-know-what to kiss. So, in the end, I'm still messed up. So, if that is going to be the destination, why not go ahead and peel off the Band-Aid before you get to that and care enough about your feelings to be able to say no? I was a yes woman. And the crazy part about it is, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. And I'm learning that. I'm learning that. And I put together this video for those of you all who are trying to find yourself. And the clip that you've seen when the video first started is the end result of being a people pleaser. You lose yourself. And I have lost myself. But trust me, I'm getting back. Everything that the devil took from me, I'm getting everything back and more. So, I don't want to go too deep into my story, because trust me, this is a journey and you'll be hearing a lot more. So, trying to get my nerves together, trying to say the right thing, trying to make sure that this video will help the future me, that this video will help those of you all who are going through the same exact thing, that you have lost yourself. And it's time to get yourself back, because people need you. The right people need you. And I'm not saying don't be a service to others, because I absolutely love people. I absolutely love people. And I still will do for people. I have not lost that. That is who I am. That is what makes my spirit jump for joy. But I'm going to do it God's way. And not because you come and asking me for stuff. And that is the one thing that I have to learn how to do. Is stop trying to be the hero in everybody's story. That's who I am. That's who I was. That's who I was. And I'm learning. So with that being said, I am going to get the help of Mr. Chad. And y'all, I named him. Chat GPT. I named him Chad because I don't know why I gave him the name Chad. I don't know. But I absolutely love this AI. It is taking the world by storm right now. And if you are not using ChatGPT, then why not? It's easy. It makes it easy. It makes doing videos so easy. It makes life a whole lot easier. So with that being said, I'm going to put together a video. Oh yeah. And just for this video, I am also creating a song to go along with the video. So if you watched my last video talking about depression, which you can find that here, or in the cars or wherever it's going to be at, it will also be linked down below the last video that I did. I talked about doing ChatGPT as well. So, oh yeah, I was talking about the music. So in that last video, I created a song to go along with the video, you know, to go along with Fight Back, How to Beat Depression. And that video, the song that's in that video is stuck in my head. And I created it just from the video that I did with ChatGPT. I'm like, I want to have some music that go along with what I was saying in the video. And so in all of my videos, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing, incorporating the song to go along with what the topic is of my videos, because why not? You know, it's new technology, you might as well use it. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully this video gives you some type of inspiration. As you can see, I like to ramble. And I'm trying to get better at not rambling. So this is the reason why I'm using Chad to help me out. So with that being said, please listen to my boy Chad as he's going to tell you how to how to stop being a people pleaser. And also pay attention to the song that's playing in the background, because it's sweet, y'all. It's sweet. Why not? Anyway, here's Chad.
Thank you, Shonda, for your input. You are awesome. Hey everyone, welcome back to Rockin' with Shonda. Today we're diving into a huge topic that so many of us struggle with, being a people pleaser. For so long, we've been taught that putting others first and being the nice guy or the nice girl is what makes us valuable. But let's be real, they lied to us. The truth is, people pleasing doesn't really serve others, and it certainly doesn't serve us. People-pleasing is more than just being helpful or considerate. It's the habit of constantly putting others' needs above your own, often to avoid conflict, gain approval, or just because we're afraid of being seen as selfish. And here's the kicker. It actually drains us emotionally, mentally, and sometimes even physically. I remember a time in my own life where I thought that saying yes to everything would make me more likable, that it would help me keep the peace and be a good person. But instead, I ended up feeling exhausted, resentful, and even disconnected from myself. Does this sound familiar to anyone? If it does, you're not alone. So how do we even get here? People-pleasing often starts early. Maybe we learned from a young age that our worth came from making others happy, or we grew up thinking that avoiding conflict meant keeping the peace. Society also puts a lot of pressure on us to fit into a certain nice mold, especially for those of us who tend to be empathetic or sensitive. And while helping others can be great, here's where the lie comes in. When we focus solely on others and neglect our own needs, we're actually doing everyone a disservice. Think about it. People-pleasing often leads us to say yes when we want to say no, to smile when we feel like screaming, and to sacrifice our own happiness just to keep someone else comfortable. But let's ask ourselves, how much of that is really helping? Are we actually showing up as our best selves if we're drained, resentful, and exhausted? Probably not. And it took me a while to learn this, but once I did, it was a game changer. Alright, so how do we break free from this trap? Here are some steps to help you stop people-pleasing but still be of service to others. And most importantly, to yourself. Step 1. Learn to say no. Start small. Practice saying no in situations where the stakes are low. You don't have to explain yourself. Just a polite, "I can't right now," is enough. With time, this will become second nature, and you'll start feeling empowered rather than guilty. I once read a story about a woman who spent years saying yes to every family obligation until she missed an opportunity to pursue a dream job. She realized that, in trying to make everyone else happy, she was denying herself a chance to grow. Her first no was the hardest, but it ended up freeing her to create a life that felt authentic and true. Step 2. Set boundaries. Boundaries are key. They're not about shutting others out. They're about protecting your own peace and energy. A boundary can be as simple as deciding to dedicate one night a week to something that's just for you. Step 3. Prioritize your own needs. This is a big one. So often, we think taking care of ourselves means we're being selfish. But think of it like this: how can we show up for others if we're running on empty? When we prioritize our well-being, we're actually more available and present for the people who matter most. A friend of mine was a constant people-pleaser, and she never put herself first. Eventually, she hit rock bottom and realized she couldn't be the supportive friend, partner, or coworker she wanted to be because she was just too depleted. She started small, took a solo trip, picked up a hobby, learned to give herself some space. The more she valued her own feelings, the better she became at genuinely helping those around her. Step 4. Practice self-validation. Don't wait for others to validate your worth. Start giving yourself that pat on the back. Recognize your accomplishments, celebrate the small wins, and remember that your value doesn't depend on how much you can do for others. Here's the good news. You don't have to choose between being kind and taking care of yourself. You can serve others without draining yourself dry. It's all about balance. When we're honest, respectful, and true to ourselves, we're actually giving people the best version of us. And honestly, true kindness doesn't mean saying yes to everything. It means showing up as your authentic self, bringing genuine energy to your relationships, and giving from a place of abundance, not obligation. So, what if we start focusing on being true to ourselves instead of trying to meet everyone else's expectations? What if we allowed ourselves to be imperfect, to say no, to put our needs first sometimes? This is where we find true freedom. When we learn to let go of that need to please, we unlock the potential to create deeper, more genuine connections with others. There was a guy I read about who spent his whole life trying to be what everyone else wanted, until he finally said, "Enough." He started focusing on what made him happy, and surprisingly, his relationships didn't fall apart. In fact, they grew stronger because he was finally showing up as his real self. When he let go of people-pleasing, he found a new kind of peace, and that's what I wish for all of us. Breaking free from the people-pleasing trap isn't easy. But remember, you deserve to be as kind to yourself as you are to others. When you let go of the need to please, you're opening the door to more authentic relationships and a life that truly fulfills you. Alright, it's that people always asking time again where we wrap up with 5 of the most common questions I hear about people-pleasing. I know a lot of you are probably wondering how to actually apply this in real life, so let's dive in. Question 1. How do I stop being a people pleaser? This is a big one. Stopping the cycle of people pleasing starts with awareness. Start noticing when you're saying yes out of obligation instead of genuine desire. Then practice saying no in small ways to build up that muscle. It can feel uncomfortable at first, but the more you practice, the easier it gets. Remember, it's all about creating a balance between kindness to others and kindness to yourself. Question 2. What is the root cause of people-pleasing? Great question. People-pleasing usually stems from a fear of rejection, a desire for acceptance, or even past experiences where we learned that our worth was tied to making others happy. Maybe as kids, we got praised for being the nice one or were taught to avoid conflict. Over time, these habits build up and become a way of coping or finding a sense of identity. The good news is that with self-awareness and some inner work, you can start to untangle yourself from these patterns. Question 3. What is the opposite of a people pleaser? Now, some might say the opposite is a people ignorer, but that's not really it. The opposite of a people pleaser is someone who is assertive and self-respecting. They know how to set boundaries, say no when they need to, and make choices based on their values instead of just trying to please everyone. They're still compassionate and considerate, but they don't compromise their own well-being to keep others happy. Question 4. How to detach from people-pleasing? To detach from people-pleasing, start by focusing inward. Ask yourself, what do I really want in this situation? Or, how do I feel about this? It's about tuning into your needs and opinions before reacting to what others want. Journaling can really help here, too, because it lets you process your thoughts and build self-trust. The more connected you are with yourself, the easier it becomes to detach from that need to constantly seek approval. Question 5. Is there a cure for people-pleasing? Good news. Yes, there is. People-pleasing isn't some unbreakable trait. It's just a habit, and like any habit, it can be changed. The cure really comes from building self-awareness, setting boundaries, and developing confidence in your worth beyond what you can do for others. It's a journey, but I can tell you from experience, it's incredibly worth it. When you start putting yourself first, you find a new kind of freedom and a deeper, more authentic way to connect with others. So that's it. I hope these answers help you feel more empowered to break free from the people-pleasing trap. Remember, it's a journey. Take it one step at a time. And as always, you've got this. Thanks for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Make sure to look at this video on the screen that we just did titled, Fight Back: How to Beat Depression. Now go out there, be kind to yourself, and remember, it's okay to put yourself first. Love you. See you on the beaches of the world.
Finding my voice, setting myself free. No longer scared to stand my ground. In this life I'm finally found. I thought approval was all that I need, giving my heart just to watch it bleed. But I've been searching and I can see the love I needed was here in me. So now I'm learning how to say yes to me. Finding my voice, setting myself free. No longer scared to stand my ground. In this life I'm finally found. It's not about being selfish or unkind, just knowing when to draw the line. For every no, there's a door to peace. A little more of me I get to keep. So now I'm learning how to say yes to me. Finding my voice, setting myself free. No longer scared to stand my ground. In this life I'm finally found. I've got love to give, but I start with me. A heart that's whole, that's finally free, to serve with strength. I'm proud to be a little kinder, but kind to me. I've got love to give, but I start with me. A heart that's whole, that's finally free, to serve with strength. I'm proud to be a little kinder, but kind to me. I've got love to give, but I start with me. A heart that's whole, that's finally free, to serve with strength. I'm proud to be a little kinder, but kind to me.